Hello everyone. I'm going to practice doing commentary, I guess, because might as well practice now. This is Grit Day 4 Mundelein. It is a new course this year. They're doing construction on the old one, so they moved it a couple of blocks south, and it's in a neighborhood now. Cat 4, there was 42 of us, I think, today. It was pretty fast, but once again, Cat 4 doesn't know how to take turns, and the guy in front of me didn't clip in good, and that caused me to not really accelerate. And look at that, I'm already at the back of the group, which is not good for this, not good for this group, because you're at the tail end of that accordion, and you'll see me hit a sprint basically every single corner now. This outside line is pretty good here. It's blocked from the wind, but those weird reactions on my left is exactly why I didn't really want to follow that pink guy's wheels, because sometimes people are just going to cut over and be wacky. This is an attack I missed. This green guy right here, off he goes. I should have followed this. Yeah, there he goes. I should have followed that 100%. And I was thinking, where's that guy going? He's attacking on lap 1. He's not going to hold that. And then by this point, when he's at the front, I realized, oh, he doesn't want to be at the back end of the accordion. That was pretty smart. He's not doing that to get a, like a lead or anything. He's just doing that so he doesn't have to deal with everyone braking right here, because look, we got like 3-4 wide. I'm not really sliding in yet because look, there's someone on my left still right before this turn. And so I'm not pedaling.
That's a lot of fucking brakes. Yeah. Jesus.
As that guy said, we're braking like way before the turn. And then you gotta hit 1,000 watts to catch up on lap 1. It was not good. I'm probably just as bad at turning as these guys that I'm complaining about right now, but you know, I can't hit the corner how I want to hit it if the people in front of me are going to be hard braking. So the lesson from this race is don't get sent to the back of the peloton right away. Terrible idea. So that corner was okay. Another thing I was kind of confused at here in this Cat 4 group is the wind is coming from our right now. And it's like a left turn for this whole half of the triangle. And so the best spot to be is on that left curb, like 100%, because you're getting wind protection and you're doing less distance, but we didn't take it ever as the group, which was so confusing why we didn't do that. bunched up there where I wasn't too worried of that group getting away because we're like 5 wide coming into the turn. We're gonna slow down hard. Look how long I wasn't pedaling for. I hadn't pedaled for 6-7 seconds there, and I basically caught the group. Self-reflection time is, I really have to stop my pedaling later. I'm stopping my pedaling way too early before these turns, which I'm not pedaling right now, but that's because no one in front of me is pedaling. No one's pedaling still. It's terrible. I am on the wrong side here, but look at, I'm doing 200, 300 watts right now, and this is where I should have just did 600, 700 for a couple of seconds to get to the front of the group, because this was one of my last chances to do so, was right there. At the same time, look, we're 5 wide going into this turn. We take the turn at 18 because of that. No pedaling there because I was water braking. No one's pedaling on my right. Maybe dive bombing the corners is the answer here. We had a pretty big tailwind on the sprint finish section here, which made it feel like we were entering the headwind on this turn that we're about to do. There wasn't a headwind here, it was just such a drop in tailwind. Usually the outside lines are not preferable, but maybe on this course it would have been, because you could at least get around all the people that stopped pedaling in front of me. Look at that move by the guy in the pink. He's just flailing. Scary here in Cat 4. And once again, coming into this corner, we're 5 wide. No one's pedaling. Ugh. Getting off the front is the answer in Cat 4, it seems like. I think this was my consequential lap right here. I could be wrong, but you can kind of hear him hit the curve. The guy was going to slot in behind just kind of went into the curb. He didn't turn, and so now there's a gap here that we're going to have to fight to close, and this was right after I did a little attack to make up some spots. So I'm burnt, and I got to attack again. I was just letting the group go there. Not a good move.
I gotcha.
But yeah, why are we not on the left side of the road here? I'm so confused. Usually a gap that big is bad, but I stopped pedaling. Shame on me. If I just kept pedaling through that corner, I would have been able to catch him. Ooh. Looks like that's where I got dropped, so the crash was not on the camera.
Drama for me. I don't know how they do it.
I'm just out of juice here. I think it was at this point that I saw that there was another group of 3 kind of behind me and catching up, and I wasn't gonna try to pull the time trial with 3 more catching me, and so I slowed it down a little bit here so that I can hop on their wheel. Look how nice this guy's cornering is. Look at that. Can we please just do that in our main group? So there was 2 more behind him that kind of fell back a little bit after that turn. I don't think I ever get them on camera again. So even though I wasn't really behind him there, that's kind of where the pocket was today with how strong that east to west wind was. Here's our bell lap. See, he got 2 more pedal strokes in, and he got 2 more in before I started, so that's 4 that I missed out on. But this hill was kind of a false flat. It was only 30 feet of elevation, but it's all right here. It was a steady 1 to 2% the whole time, so it wasn't too much, but it did hit you if you weren't expecting it, if you didn't do a couple of laps before your race. You gotta win your group, right? So I sent it right here. Look back, the rest of that little 3-person group is not even close, but I still hit a little sprint here anyway.
Some good work done by this guy. Across the line.
So yeah, there's Mundelein for me. Hopefully I can learn my lesson and not be at the back of the group in Lombard. That's the plan.